Hey people, Indrid here, 1v1 Evergreen Forest. To the south, in blue, we have Saitama, shown here as Jurgen, rocking some trolls, most likely the Chieftain. Would like to see the other fella at some point, the Plaguebringer guy. But the Chieftain and the trolls seem pretty damn strong at the moment. Indeed it is a Chieftain. To the north, we have Dracir, shown here as I shot a giant squirrel with a ranger. Quite fitting then. She's shooting squirrels for. She's got the hail of arrows, true shot, and the wolf. Wolf Buddy helps her harass early on, which she needs to do quite a lot of heavy lifting, I think, because elves generally don't want a lot of military up in tier 1. They really want to focus on economy and get their tier 2 rolling. Whereas the trolls, they'll be bringing out a whole bunch of smashers, I imagine. They get one immediately. Here we go. I mean, they start producing one immediately. They don't actually start with a unit. But these guys are pretty fierce for a starter unit. 1,250 hit points, 120 damage per swing. Decent resistances, I guess. No strike resistance, though. Going straight up the mid here to harass, because these guys, with their 120 damage per swing, can two-shot these workers with 200 health. Troll workers have 300 health because they're so reliant on those numbers. They're quite efficient. You don't get many workers, but they do a lot for you. Here's the ranger doing her thing. There's the hail of arrows. These guys have weakness to... oh, they only have weakness to magic. They actually have good piercing resistance, the undead. Meanwhile, Troll Chieftain probably has Smash and the Throw Junk, yep. And must have a level of Brute Force, or 2 levels of Brute Force now, because they were doing more damage there. Meanwhile, the Smasher, being harassed by this Pathfinder Scout fella on a big stag, can't win a straight up fight, but trying to keep it from going after the workers. Here comes the wolf, which does magic damage. The trolls and most units are weak to magical damage there, 25% weakness, but it still doesn't have the health to stand up against it, I don't think, because the wolf has no resistances at all. I don't think they got one of the workers. One of the workers was quite low, I think. Oh, they did. That worker just fell over dead in a big pool of blood. Super got the worker. Okay. We'll see what the ranger can do in terms of harassment. She's going down to the bottom left corner, which is weird. I guess just for a staging area for her harassment. The metal on this map are in the corners, which is super important for elves. They use a lot of metal in their tier 2 military, whereas trolls don't use iron at all. They have their scrap that they collect from the scrap piles and stuff, and they can just generate it in base by digging it out of the earth too. Very self-sufficient in a small amount of the map. Much like elves, actually. Elves can, because they can get so many workers in their starter sector, they can survive on like a third of the map and then build those Shrine of Thorns in the other areas for defenses. Oh, is he going to be able to take down this before it gets demolished? He's getting a bunch of wood back for demolishing it. I don't think the Troll Chieftain is too bothered as long as it comes down. Oh, here comes the Ranger. Just went to the Merchant and bought something. What is she up to? Just summoned her wolf. Can we see what she's got going on? Oh, they've got totems. Some totems going up. 25 damage per shot, I believe. Can we see that? 25 magic damage. Really messing up that Smasher. Can she take it down? They can. Got 50 XP for that. That was pretty good. Smashers cost 12 food. Trying to just take out the structures now with the totems. These bells you see is because they told the workers to get inside. Workers don't fight. Trying to just smack this wolf to death. It's a decent harassment job here, I think. I only see one Smasher up for Jurgen, or Saitama, as I'm going to call them, if I can remember. Didn't quite get that worker though, that was so close. What's this over here? Oh, a Smasher's harassing up through the mid and there's nothing here to defend. Harassing as they're trying to build a woodcutter. Elves are super reliant on wood in the early game, and they actually have these forester guys that can generate wood, or generate more wood to cut, I guess, which is unique to them. So very wood heavy early on, and once they get tier 2, iron comes in as a massive crutch as well. So it hasn't taken out this corner. What did she get impaired by there? What does the Chieftain have that's impairing? Is it the upgraded version? Oh, it's come here. Minus 24% movement speed for 5 seconds. And now they have joined the Troll Guards. They can anoint one of their Trolls Smashers, in this case, as a Troll Guard, giving them more hit points. And can then upgrade it to give them abilities like smashing the ground and stuff. And turn them into other units as well, since Trolls don't produce units directly aside from Smashers. They need to send them into those buildings to turn them into another unit, which can be quite finicky and micro-y and take a while, but seems to work out for them. They seem to be very strong in 1v1s. Is that a wolf coming up again? Oh, she's just Stone of Homecoming back to... oh, all the way back up to the starting sector, actually. I need to turn on the... how do I... there we go. How much woodcutters do they have? Is it 4 in starting sector? I see 3. They do have 4 workers per. Yeah, so they can get away with 3, I think. That it doesn't even have full workers and 1 hunting. They'll probably want 2, maybe even 3 iron producers in iron mines, rather, in each of the iron sectors in the corners. The Troll Chieftain with 3 smashers alongside them. They don't seem to have turned any of them into Troll Guard yet. Not sure what the thinking is there. These are 2 very experienced players, so I'm sure they're doing stuff that I don't know what's going on. Oh, look at this. The Ranger's actually trying to build up this bottom left corner and box the Trolls in, which is super risky early. She's going to need to back this up with Guardians, I think. In fact, is this a little mob of Guardians? Yes, we've got Guardians coming up. Guardians are pretty cool. 600 hit points, 70 damage. They can switch to ranged weapons too. They cost 8 food. Slightly more, I think the baseline for starter units, as they're called, as I call them in a way, as 6 food, aside from the Trolls, of course. Look at this, 4 Smashers and the Chieftain. This could be a big mistake. They invested in this, invested time and resources, and it's all gone. Very, very ballsy move by Elves, which aren't typically that aggressive, to try and box in a Troll play like that, because Trolls have a pretty damn strong early game. Trolls don't actually have a tier 3. They just have a pretty strong tier 2 compared to other factions, so they are, I think they're rated as perhaps slightly weaker in end game, but they get their train rolling so quickly that it can be hard to stop them anyway once they get there, because they reach this kind of critical mass. Here we see the 2 Troll Guard fellas. That shield icon gives them 250 more hit points, which is not bad. Going after the Medusa here. Need to go after the Magic Lady first, I think. Well, she's down now. We have some spear and a archer here too. Another level for the Troll Chieftain. And with this many splashes, they can go after the big adamantium golem fellas on the sides, I think. In fact, that might be what they're doing right now. Is that what the Ranger's doing? She has a fair amount of Guardians up. Needs to micro this fella away. There we go. Hits level 4. You know, that's a lot of Guardians. I typically don't expect to see this many Elves up in tier 1. Well, I guess... are they tier 2 yet? Yep, Iron Mine on the way. They are tier 2. Not sure how long they've been there. Is this another merchant? No, it's just a little fire. I love the little details they put in the maps. Grimlaw. Fantastic maps. There's the adamantium golem. Over 9,000 hit points. A whole bunch of damage. Why is there a damage range here? I don't know. They have a big spinning AoE attack as well, but you can see it coming a mile off. It's not that hard to dodge. Troll Chieftain trying to get the... oh, there it is. Trying to get the attention. I wonder if this guy has splash damage. That's why Saitama is turning it around like this. Look how long it takes the smashers just to get into position to smash. Maybe that's what the damage range is. Maybe it does less damage to nearby targets. Oh, just stunned the... or dazed? What is this? Oh, it's a knockdown. This kind of... does he not? I don't think he has a knockdown animation, the Chieftain. Just kind of slumps over. Too big to knock over. So I guess the Ranger's bullseye attack just like slumps him over like that. So you don't get that knockback distance then. That's interesting. Here comes the Elves. I need to put the camera back. Oh, there we go. Oh, hey. Wardens. So these guys are going to be important, I think, because they do a ton of ranged damage per attack, so you can spike down the trolls with their high health counts. They also have a ranged unit called a Wanderer, which have like arrows that bounce between targets, but I think they only do 60 or 70 damage per shot, and against trolls that have a minimum 1200-ish hit points, that might struggle. And the ranger's going to need to work on some brute force, I think, otherwise her hail of arrows isn't going to do a huge amount. Does have 2 levels of it. We'll see how she does. I feel like she drops off a little bit in tier 2, more than the Chieftain would, for example, more than like strong melee heroes that can like get in amongst things and bully it a bit more. Because trolls, you might expect them to have like really strong and tough melee units and like relatively weak ranged units or something, but they actually have amazing ranged units. Tons of magic damage. They have fellas that can like leech health as they attack you and stuff. Here comes a Dracir attack on troll holdings. These guardians doing some work. You can upgrade the guardians with their foundry building type thing. I don't know if anyone bothers to do it or if they just concentrate on the wardens and stuff. They do have a healer unit called the druid, so maybe just a mass of wardens and then a few druids sprinkled in for healing would be good. Once you get like 7 or 8 wardens, you can start spiking down units. You have a flesh eater here, and this is a troll guard's flesh eater. A whole bunch of troll guard now. Are they all troll guard? Is that some other boon they're getting? That is. I didn't know you could get this many troll guard. So he must have the thing where, yeah, get 5 now. Must have the thing where he can turn his troll guard into these flesh eaters. Ranger just noped the hell out of that. Let's see if we can work it out. Yeah, train hexing. So instead of having to send them back to your starting sector or whatever sector you have them in and send them to the building, you can just do it with your chieftain on a cooldown. And they've got the thick hide rage. Isn't that their capstone skill? It is, down here. So it gives them a whole bunch of resistances. And if you have this combined with some good armor, in fact, does he have good armor? He can get like just immunity to damage, but afterwards, as you can see on the right there, it weakens him and makes him super vulnerable to damage for a while. Big attack here for Jurgen, or Saitama, I'll get the name right. I don't know what they prefer. Actually, I want to see what Jurgen has quickly. In inventory, please. There we go. Yeah, they have their purple gear. Their mighty crush stick and their purple armor. So, off the bat, 30 and 40 resistances to the main types of damage, and even 30 resistance to magic. And they'll be doing a ton of damage per swing. We now have some protectors up. Almost called them phalanx, because I keep thinking of Age of Wonders 3 when I see them, for some reason. Big fight here. You can get the wolf to have an ability where it weakens a bunch of nearby units, and that might be super useful against trolls because they have such high health pools. I mean, even these basic ranged units, the throwers, have 10, 50 hit points. So that ability you can get on the pet might be good. I don't know if they've gone for it. I don't know if that's a favored thing. What do they have? Some weakening orbs, some fire orbs. So they're using the merchant items, which is pretty interesting. Can I see? Yeah, there it is. The howl. As you can see, it messes up resistances. They haven't gone for it. They have gone for just blowing up their pet to do a bunch of damage. With that works too, I suppose. 300 magic damage isn't bad, you know. And for those wondering, you can get a bear. You can upgrade the wolf to a bear, but I've never seen anyone use it. It seems to just be used as an early harasser, and then later on you explode it, as this ranger's doing here, or use it to debuff with the howl. So it does help her scale, having that pet up. See how useful she continues to be. 1550 hit points. How much does the chieftain have? 2250. Yeah, so much harder to spike this guy down, although she can do that bullseye. Whereas he, I don't know how I can do this come here from quite long range actually. So you use come here and it just send in a bunch of melee stuff on her. I think she's going to get spiked down by this ranged units. Oh look, we have some skull crushers. This is the upgraded version of smashers. More hit points, more damage, and some resistances that the smashers don't have as well. It seems, yeah, they have strike resistance. Just a straight up upgrade, but not a massive one. But I guess if you have multiple, it all adds up, eh? Oh, we got some wall breakers too. So maybe Saitama's looking to smash some walls. Are these wardens? Yeah, these are all wardens. It's a good amount of them. In fact, I can find out how much stuff they have. 19 wardens, 2 protectors, and 1 guardian still alive for the ranger. I think I need a few more protectors sprinkled in there. It's hard to position those guys efficiently. As you can see, they need to be pretty close to get the benefits. It might be just good to have just a wall of protectors to stop melee stuff getting through easily. The wardens as far back as you can, rather than trying to use the protectors to protect the wardens. You can follow stuff back there, of course, to protect them a bit. But I think a few more protectors and then sprinkle in some druids would be the way to go. How much iron did they get up, by the way? 2 iron. Is it 2 in each? It looks like it's 2 in each. So they get the stone cutter up here. They don't need much stone, the elves. Some smashers do. It does cost... It is quite expensive to upgrade the troll stuff, I believe. It's like you have to pay a bit of almost every resource to get them upgraded. Stone of Homecoming used. Takes that down so fast with the wall breakers in there. It's a good counter though by the elves. And then the Chieftain nopes the hell out of there. Level 7 Ranger. What level is the Chieftain? Can I find you? Is this you? Let me use this thing to make you glow. Oh, you died! It's like you died during your teleport there. Okay, gonna need to be re-summoned from the Godstone. It doesn't cost you anything to get your hero back, but it does cost you time. Which obviously, in an RTS, is a big deal. But yeah, there's this very useful highlight the hero thing, because it can be tough to spot them in there. Is that the 19 wardens? That's a lot. That's a big spike of damage. And he can upgrade these guys to do even more, I think. Look, they're impairing on their attacks now. That's nasty. Protector's not bad. 1500 hit points, 100 damage. They can go toe-to-toe with the troll melee stuff. Especially with the resistances they have, as you can see. When they're near another protector, it all stacks up. So you really want that wall of them. Guardians in there, of course, benefiting from the protectors. Don't see any druids yet. They can also get, I think it's ice mages or something, which are super strong. And some cool flying units. That was pretty quick, without any siege. I wonder if they're going to even try to get siege. What is this over here? Just a little stack of protectors and wardens. This is a pretty quick clear on this sector. Pretty damn quick. That was a scrap hoard there. They must have been trying to get... There must have been a scrap pile around here. Somewhere. Maybe it's gone now. Or maybe I'm just missing it. Killing workers. Workers are automatically replenished, but again, takes time. And it costs resources to repair buildings, so it's always good to damage them, even if you can't destroy them. Weakens them for the next time you're there, or forces a repair. Here come the trolls, and this is what Dracir wants to happen. I think try to catch the trolls when they're spread out in a line like that. So when they start to bunch up like this, it might be a good idea to pull back, make them spread out again, and pick off the guys at the front. Looks like they went for the escape that time. We have a spike flinger, which is the upgraded version of the ranged unit. 90 damage. 1225 hit points. Wait, why are those guys doing more damage? Must be something I'm not getting there. The throwers doing 100 damage and these guys doing 90. I guess they just attack more often, maybe? Is that right? Yes. They attack more often. I mean, Spike Flinger seems to be a bit of an understatement. That's a big old nasty stone-headed javelin, looks like. Oh hey, we got some bone hexes. As you can see, they do a bunch of magic damage, and then leech health, which is counted as pure damage that you can't resist. Awesome fellas. They always look so jolly when they're walking around too, with their head up into the air. Stone of Homecoming. Oh, they're defending an attack. I wasn't even realizing. Hey, some druids in there. These are the ones that can heal. You can like turn them onto heal mode and they'll just passively heal stuff. Or you can have them attack things and then manually heal things. I think that's how it works. Don't play elves myself. Good defense, solid defense. I'm not sure how much damage Dracir did there. But this is a lot of trolls. This is going to be difficult to deal with, surely. I don't know if they have enough elves to counter that. There's the druids. If I can go to Dracir's viewpoint, I can see... Yeah, this is a turn on Ellen's Boon stance. Assumes a defensive stance that allows her to throw orbs of light magic that heal multiple allies at a point of impact. So they are like AoE healers as well. There's that blow up the wolf thing. I don't think I've noticed it blow up. It's hard to even see it in there. I wish the wolf was highlighted as well. Maybe it is. They're trying to step stagger as much as they can the elves, but it's tough. This front line is pretty low. Can they Halo of Arrows in there? But they don't seem to be targeting the druids that much. They're not too concerned. I mean, we do have some wanderers in here. Only 50 damage per shot, but it does bounce. That's the tooltip you see here is a very, very strange way to describe the shot bouncing. Create one projectile within a 1 meter interval every 0.1 seconds. Yeah. It's weird. Pretty sure that's how it works anyway. The arrow bounces once, maybe twice. Bunch of protectors. Oh, they got their fancy spears as well. Look at this. Must have been upgraded in the for the arcane smithy over here, I guess. I wish the game told us. Yeah, look, their weapon upgrade has been done there. Wish it told you in the unit card what upgrades they had. It'd be such a great feature. Elves are not defending this. Oh, now they are. Now they're moving. I guess Stone of Homecoming is on cooldown, so they can't use it right here. Trolls are tearing through stuff. Really hit their stride here. Very good economy play from Saitama. Was this ever taken out? Yeah, the elves did take out that golem, I think. There's the wolf. I want to see the wolf blow up. I want to see what it looks like. That sector is gone. But they haven't gone for the iron sector yet. Looks like they're going for it right now, though, as I said that. There's just not enough elves to fight this. And they're all being debuffed, and look at that AoE knockdown. What the heck was that? Is that from the throw junk? Can I find out? Yeah, applies weakened. That wasn't the knockdown though. I'm not sure what that was. Oh, it might have been the I think you can train your trolls to like stomp. I'm not sure if they have it though. I'm not sure what that AoE knockdown was actually. Maybe it was a thing the wall breakers do? I've seen them like stomp the ground a few times. Maybe that's it. Can he find a wall breaker in there, or are they all dead now? I think they're all dead. Next time we see one, I'll try and figure out what's going on. Still a lot about this game I don't know. But it's so fun to watch. A few more trolls joining. Elves are basically losing every fight now. They need to divide and conquer, I think. But, I mean, can you afford to do that in this game? Can you afford to be aggressive when you're on the back foot? Because if you be aggressive some other areas, they're going to just run through your starting sector and knock you out the game. Arcane Smithy is being torn down. Maybe they feel like they have everything they need from it. Oh, no, it's not. I'm not sure what that icon was then. Putting another Arcane Smithy here. Oh, they are tearing it down. I'm just trying to block this pathway here. That was a pretty good hit on whatever building that was. Look how jolly those flesh eaters look. Biding their time. Oh, it's got a little group of wall breakers here. Can we work out if they have... Oh, there it is. The stomp. Stomp so hard that buildings start to crumble and enemies take a tumble. Wow, knockback by 1 meter and that's an amazing ability to knock back and to stun AoE on your siege unit. I mean, they do need to get close to do their siege stuff, which is a big downside. They need to get into melee range. Don't think we've seen any siege stuff from the elves, have we? I don't think so. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I missed it. We've still got the wardens rolling in. Got the odd wanderer in there. I'm sure there's a reason why you would get this unit up when you've got the wardens. When you're not fighting a bunch of little goblins, that is. Trolls going for the starting sector. So quick to smash stuff down. So watchtower. Oh, they got 4 watchtowers in here. Big old fight. Big old fight. Druid is right in the thick of it there. And there's that big stomp. That's crazy. That is so good. Look at all the debuffs. Is that bleed? They're bleeding as well. This Skull Crusher barely survived. Oh, they've come down to this other sector. There's that hail of arrows. Oh, look how quickly she gets spiked down. That's nasty. Yeah, this sector's gone. I think the elves are going to really struggle to come back from this. Hero down. Sector's just getting walked through. There's that stomp as well. They're using it so well. Wall breakers are amazing. That makes wall breakers so good. Makes up for the fact that they have to get close to buildings. Especially since it's siege damage, I think. It's like an AoE siege attack. More than makes up for the fact that they have to get close to buildings. Although I think they're all gone now. Yeah, they seem to be targeted earlier by Dracir, which seems smart because they're mental. Poor little fella trying to repair it. Who's this? Couple of wardens. Now their spears are glowing. Their magical spears are even more magical. I guess that means they're upgraded. 225 damage now. Wow. How expensive the upgrade is. It probably costs them that Lenya stuff, which is their tier 3 resource. This sector is not going to survive. I feel like Saitama might have been able to go straight for the starting sector there. Got a level 9 Chieftain. 2550 hit points. I'm going to block this up with Arcane Smithies. I guess they're efficient to build or something. They're walling up with them. Here it is, these guys gathering the Lenya leaves, and then they are processed, I think. Oh, do they not need to process them? Some factions need to process their tier 3 unit to make it usable. Maybe not the elves though. Probably just makes up for the fact that they need more of it to do stuff, kind of thing. The trolls are making sure to systematically demolish all the sectors before they go for the starting sector. Oh, we got some Ice Phoenixes. Awesome. Wasn't expecting that. 1100 hit points, 120 magic damage per. If they can get these guys to step stagger and pick things off, especially the wall breakers, could be in for a shot here if it buys them time. What is this? Oh, just a random building they're taking down. Look how quickly Saitama built this up. Holy crap. Rangers level 8. I mean, she has done a pretty damn good. What are these guys up to? Oh, they're being sent back to being turned into skull crushers. She's done quite well keeping her levels in pace with the Chieftain. As I said earlier, I think she falls off a bit. At least that's my impression of the games I've seen. Chieftain just continues to be an absolute menace. What was that? Oh, these guys are now feasting. Now get this blood power buff, which stacks up to 10 times, I think. And then when they have 10 stacks of it, you can turn them into the Titan unit for trolls, which is fun. What is this? This is Ice Phoenixes. It's a fair amount of them. Can we find out how many they have? They have 9 of them and only 1 warden. Yeah, it's not going to be enough by itself, I don't think. It's not like trolls are bad at shooting stuff. And they got some flying units of their own. Iron Beak Fighters. Not a lot of damage. I think they get into melee range, and I don't think they shoot. I think they just like peck you or something. Even though they do pierce damage. Got a piercing beak, I guess. Bunch of food patches, which you need to... Basically, they're farms. When hunting runs out, you need to switch to farms. Look at this. Cool little detail, as I said. It's a troll like orc shaman fella doing some kind of ritual. To Mugwa, I guess. Now they're going after the corner. This is where the iron is. Got a bunch of iron beaks in there. And look at the amount of range they have now. Flesh eaters, bone hexers. These are the leech guys. Flesh eaters. Oh, they also leech. They leech even more. 75 pure damage. Wow. I wonder if that attempted expansion into the bottom left corner by Dracir really threw off their tempo, getting tier 2 rolling and stuff. It was a very ballsy move. Didn't quite pay off. A few protectors coming out, but they're not going to stop this. Ice Phoenixes are doing well though. They are doing well. That magic damage makes a big difference because nothing has. Oh, wall breakers have magic resistance. That's weird. But yes, it's pretty rare that a unit has protection against magic, and a lot of them will have actually a weakness. Chieftain's level 9 still. Are they going to hit 10? Do they impair on hit? They must. It's ice, yeah. Impair for 3 seconds. Is it AoE damage? No, I don't think it is. It looks like it. The effect kind of looks like it. Hey, the Troll Chieftain hit level 10. What is this thing? Junk stack. How much junk the Chieftain has picked up? Each stack grants a temporary shield. Oh, right, that's on the visibilities. That's cool. They're in the starting sector now. All over. Watchtowers aren't going to be enough. These watchtowers are confusing. Where are the arrows coming from exactly? They just seem to just like shoot directly out of the wood. Which is strange. This game is typically really good with their little details, but it's like it doesn't come out of a hole or anything. Nitpicking, of course, but I think they're going to take it down. There's the High Sanctum. Looking awesome. But it's going to be rubble soon. They're not even bothering going after the other watchtowers. Look at the map. Look how blue it is. Are they backing off? Surely not. No. I don't think the ranger's even alive anymore. Yeah, she's gone. Oh, there she is. She just spawned. And she just leveled. Oh, she hit 9, not 10. I thought we were going to see her level 10. I mean, they thinned out the trolls here. I think they have enough to get this done. Not sure why the Chieftain backed off. It's been repaired, but it wasn't enough. Big old explosion at the end. And the trolls win it. Well done, Saitama. Very strong economy. Gets things rolling so quickly. And I think Dracir's expansion maybe set them back a bit. Maybe. But Can't take away from Saitama. This guy's super happy with the victory. Look at him go. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.